Like and subscribe right now or this spider will crawl on your face when you are sleeping. No one has ever said that changing your life is easy, but some participants on TLC's My 600 Pound Life still come with the hope that they just need a simple fix by bariatric surgeon Dr. No. But most of them eventually realize that it's literally just up to them if they want to change their lifestyle. But others are unwilling to take responsibility for themselves or to invest any energy into the weight loss program. But in today's video, we are going to look back at my 600 Pound Life stories nobody believed. Angela Gutierrez. When 44-year-old Angela Gutierrez first appeared on the show, her weight was 608 pounds. In fact, she had already got her surgery done in her late 20s, but unfortunately, she had started gaining all the weight. Because she had to rely on her niece and her kids for getting their assistance. At first, following her appointment with Dr. No, she seemed very motivated to lose weight. But now she appeared unwilling to really change her life as she started missing all of her follow-up appointments and even ignored Dr. No's calls despite saying that she saw herself as a monster and felt embarrassed. But when Dr. No finally did talk to her through video chat, she claimed that she was sticking to the diet and lost weight. But the experienced bariatric surgeon was quick to find out that she didn't look like she had lost 120 pounds and that she was still on oxygen. Because of her manipulative attitude and when she replied that she wasn't lying, he called Angela a delusional character, and instead of trying to prove him wrong, she eventually decided to drop out of the program entirely. Well, as per her statement, she had already lost a lot of weight, so now she could continue on her own. But even as she updates her Facebook page regularly, it is obvious that she hasn't lost any actual weight since her episode. Lisa Fleming. Lisa Fleming got infamous in 2018 for her stubbornness and manipulative behavior, and because of all that, she gained enormous fan outrage. Most of the fans called Lisa's episode a particularly hard one to watch, especially when her daughter revealed that one day she discovered that literally maggots were living in the folds of her skin. Well, the reason behind her overweight was the murder of his brother. Since then, she gaining weight and became a stubborn. When the paramedics came up to her house to take her to Dr. No's place with a wheelchair, she was seen keeping a bowl of ice cream as a reward for performing sexual favors for her boyfriend. Her case was quite difficult to handle. I mean, just imagine that a doctor set a goal for you to lose 30 to 40 pounds by her next visit at his place. What would you do? You would definitely follow his instructions if you want to change your lifestyle. But guess what Lisa would have done when Dr. No sent a nutritionist over to her place to help her along the way? When the nutritionist came to her place, Lisa started doing side eyes from the bed when she started to go through her fridge. The nutritionist didn't take too much of Lisa's time and found some questionable items from her fridge. In her fridge, there was a stack of junk food such as some donuts, 2 pizza rolls, ice cream, and lasagna hiding in it. Lisa started acting innocent and claimed that all the junk seriously belongs to Hubert, her boyfriend. No one could believe, even I, that the whole junk food only belongs to her boyfriend, as it was a crystal clear lie because if they both share the fridge, then the stash belongs to both. After some time, it got clear that stash belonged to her, so it was obvious that she isn't close to losing those 30 to 40 pounds anytime soon. Therefore, the nutritionist trashed all the junk items into the bin. It revealed that Lisa has a dangerous mindset as she is reluctant to prioritize junk food over her own health. In fact, Hubert is still seen continuing to enable Lisa by keeping the junk food with thousands of empty calories around her, so it is quite worrying that he's even non-serious regarding her health, as such an environment will slowly kill her. Shanae Muir Hopkins. As a viewer, we can't deny the fact that Shanae Muir experienced the most tragic and traumatic childhood. When Shanae first got featured on My 600 Pound Life, all the viewers found out that she was not only sexually abused as a child, in fact, her situation got worse that she had to visit a doctor after that horrific incident because she wasn't able to use the bathroom normally as a child. Isn't it heartbreaking? It gave me goosebumps after knowing that a child has gone through this traumatic situation. I wish no child ever has to go through this. Not just that, she had even faced miscarriages in her life and had an infection that made her bedridden to walk. So to deal with all that ongoing spine-chilling things in her life, Murray started eating junk food at her very early age as a defense mechanism towards her pain. Well, she didn't stop eating since then, and her overeating led her to 780 pounds. Then she just made up her mind to create a healthy change in her life by turning her lifestyle around. For this, she hopefully contacted Dr. No to seek his help regarding her condition. But despite being determined to change her eating habits, she never got approved by Dr. No, because she stopped doing the exercise and stopped following the diet plan given by him. Even her husband was caught red-handed as he was seen bringing pizza and burgers to the hospital for Shanae in her room. Therefore, Dr. No started wondering if she was ever meant for this weight loss program, because her behavior doesn't seem that way as she doesn't even try to lose weight even for once. He even suggested to her that she should leave the program if she is not willing to continue. So when she didn't show any positive results, Dr. No canceled her weight loss surgery after some time. In fact, she has seen that she has tried to insist others that she is submitting her weight loss plan to God's plan, as her weight loss is a part of the divine scheme. So if God wants her to go for gastric bypass surgery, it will happen. While in the hospital, Murray even posted on her YouTube channel. Some of her videos on her Facebook page, she has stated that she has lost some of her weight. Even the truth is something else, as we know, but I hope that could be true. Sean Milliken. Everyone became fans of Sean Milliken when he was featured on the show because of his determination, as he was showing the great signs of losing weight. He weighed almost 900 pounds at the initial stage, but because of his outstanding efforts, he finally qualified for his weight loss surgery. Because according to him, he tried his utmost best to get rid of his immobility by changing his lifestyle and by trying to stick to a healthy diet. After joining the Dr. No's weight loss program, he then started losing hundreds of pounds that literally helped him to regain his confidence to walk around on his feet. In his follow-up episode of My 600-Pound Life, it was revealed, and as it was visible, that he had been putting his best to work things out in his favor. Well, everything was going great according to the plan on track, and then in 2018, a news came that made everyone shocked. Actually, in a follow-up video released by TLC, revealed that Sean's mother died from renal failure. That devastating news and tragedy made him depressed, which was quite understandable. He became heartbroken because of his mother's death, because both of them were quite close to each other, and she was the only support back then. Even though he had to move out of his apartment after his mother's demise, as he had to start living alone. After that, in February of 2019, he passed away due to some health-related complications. His infection was the reason that caused him death in the hospital. In fact, his father shared his emotions by writing a post on Facebook. Quote, "He was having problems with his breathing. They were able to resuscitate him, and a short time later his heart stopped." End quote. He was only 29 years old. James L.B. Bonner. James L.B. Bonner was one who appeared in Season 6 of My 600-Pound Life and became a fan favorite of the viewers. He had been struggling a lot in his life, from junk binge eating, food to alcohol addiction, and losing a foot after an ATV crash. All of those reasons made him gain almost 650 pounds, so he finally made up his mind to contact Dr. No to ask for his help and to turn his life around, because he was bedridden and was unable to look after himself. After undergoing gastric bypass surgery, he lost half of his body weight by following the diet and exercise plans given by Dr. No. Starcasm stated that James had become a social media star, as he has more than 8,000 people on his Facebook following him. He was showing quite incredible results by losing so much of his weight that TLC's showmaker started putting his photo and videos on television as a premiere that might have spoiled his follow-up episode. Well, by the end of his episode on the show, it was obvious that James L.B. Bonner was a real success story that nobody believed. But People magazine stated that a sadly traumatically tragic incident has happened, as James Bonner committed suicide with a single, self-inflicted gunshot to the head at age 30 in the summer of 2018. Why he took his life is still unknown to the public. That's all, guys. Thanks for watching.